This is regarding the amending regulation as regards to incentivizing defence-related investments in the EU budget to implement the ReArm Europe Plan. We're going to have 5 minutes for this item, and I would like to give the floor to the rapporteur, Mr. Kols, to report back on the informal trialogue of the 5th of November, which resulted in a provisional agreement. The floor is yours for 5 minutes.
Great, thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair. And dear colleagues, first of all, let me start by thanking the A-team of the European Parliament, the shadow rapporteurs and teams working at the technical level, and of course our excellent secretariat, all of whom did truly outstanding work in what has been a complex and fast-moving file. Really, their professionalism and constructive approach to work, together with the cooperation with the Danish presidency and the European Commission, made it possible to reach the result that I am about to report here today in the ITRE Committee. So last Wednesday night, we reached a provisional political agreement on the Defence Mini-Omnibus Regulation, a package that amends several EU programs to implement the ReArm Europe Plan, redirecting union funding and innovation tools towards defence-related, dual-use and strategic technologies. Through this regulation, we adopt key programs, Horizon Europe, the European Defence Fund, the Digital Europe Programme, the STEP platform and the Connecting Europe facility, so that they can also support defence-related and dual-use projects and strengthen the European defence technological and industrial base. As a rapporteur, I'm pleased to inform you that the outcome delivers on the Parliament's priorities. It strengthens Europe's ability to invest in its own security, opens opportunities for innovators and industry, and lays the groundwork for a more resilient European defence base. First and foremost, we ensured that Ukraine will be associated to the European Defence Fund. This was not in the Commission's or Council drafts. It came from the Parliament. It recognises Ukraine's growing defence industrial capacity and anchors it firmly into Europe's security ecosystem. It is both a strategic and symbolic achievement, one that was achieved at the very last minute of the work. Second, we succeeded in opening the Horizon Europe EIC Accelerator to a dual-use and defence-related innovation, but crucially, while keeping the civilian character of Horizon Europe as a top priority. This was one of the Parliament's key red lines, and it remains fully respected. Targeted the regulation limited to its multi-annual financial framework and tightly framed around advancing civilian applications. Third, under the Horizon Europe, we strengthened eligibility and security of ownership rules, ensuring that participation is limited to entities under EU, EEA or Ukrainian control, while allowing flexibility through national guarantees. This closes potential security loopholes and safeguards European technological sovereignty. Fourth, the Parliament achieved significant progress in broadening the scope of Digital Europe programme by inserting clear references to societal resilience, hybrid threat response, and AI factories and gigafactories. These additions came directly from our mandates and recognize that the front lines of security today are not only military, they are digital, cyber, and cognitive. We also agreed to simplify procedures under the European Defence Fund for small-scale and disruptive projects while preserving the principle of excellence, another Parliament's priority. Several other provisions were shaped jointly with the Council. The fourth strategic sector under the STEP platform, dedicated to defence technologies, originated from the Council text, but Parliament ensured clearer definition, a link to critical capabilities and Commission's guidance for consistent implementation. In the Connecting Europe facility, Parliament added explicit reference to dual-use transport corridors, fuel infrastructure and counter-mobility measures, which are essential for Europe's ability to move and protect its forces across the continent. Finally, colleagues, the provisional agreement deletes the amendment related to the ASAP regulation and includes a consequential modification of the legal basis compared with the Commission proposal. In line with the Parliament's rule of procedure, the Committee on Legal Affairs will verify the appropriateness of the change under the Rule 41. And, well, dear colleagues, this particular regulation strengthens Europe's defence industry aligns innovation with security realities and shows that when Parliament and Council works together, Europe can move from declarations to deterrence. So mainly, acta non verba is in motion.